Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott MacKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, thank you once again for joining Industrial Talk. Thank you for your continued support of an ecosystem that celebrates industry professionals all around the world. You are bold, you are brave, you dare greatly, you innovate, you solve problems, and that's why we celebrate you on Industrial Talk. We are broadcasting once again from PowerGen here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it is a collection of problem-solving power generation professionals all around. Of course, I've been stuck in the salt mine, so I haven't been able to see the layout, but nonetheless, catch it out on Industrial Talk. And if you want to speak to me, you want to be on this podcast, click on Contact Me, go out to industrialtalk.com. You'll be talking to me, and I'm a pretty nice guy. All right, in the hot seat, gentleman by the name of Roger Hebert. He's in the hot seat. Boston Dynamics is the company. You might have heard of them. Spot is the tool, but they do other things, but everybody knows Spot. All right, let's get cracking. Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here. Yeah. Where are we, in the salt mines? Is that where we are?
Yeah, this is the salt mine. I say it because I know that the conference goes down there. And I don't know how far down there, but I know it goes down there. And I haven't seen it, and I can geek out all day long on this, but it's been a really good conference for us, and talking to great people, and it's been fun. Yep. And I'm glad you were game. I'm glad you went through the hoops at Boston Dynamics to make sure that I'm not going to ask any questions that are inappropriate, which I won't.
Yeah, glad to be here. It's fun.
So, with that said, give us a little background on who you are.
Yeah, Roger Hebert, like you said, mechanical engineering background.
Where'd you go to school?
Virginia Tech.
You're from Baton Rouge, and you didn't go to LSU.
That's right. Scott and I connected on the Baton Rouge connection, Louisiana connection. It's nice to be back here in New Orleans for the show. Yeah, a couple companies before, but immediately before Boston Dynamics, I was at Rockwell Automation. So a lot of your listeners would be familiar with them.
Yep.
And then came over here to Boston Dynamics about 3 years ago, and we were ramping up our commercialization. So a lot of people may not know Boston Dynamics is over 30 years old. But we just recently, in the last 4 years, started commercialization, building up our marketing, sales, testing, manufacturing, all that expertise.
It's so funny when I hear stories like that, because really, Boston Dynamics as a whole, everybody says, oh, yeah, I know, I've seen Spot, that's great, it's fantastic, but nobody really understands how long you've been in business to get to a point where it's very commercialized.
Exactly.
And that to me is great. With that said, PowerGen, make the connection between what Boston Dynamics, the offering of Boston Dynamics, and the solutions there in power generation.
Yeah, good question. So I work with our power utilities customers all over the world. And so Spot, as you mentioned, quadruped, four-legged walking robot. What we use it for is carrying sensors into areas of your plant, right? And really three main areas our PowerGen customers are operated in, or what Spot's doing for them. So it's the safety piece. Can Spot operate in a hazardous environment, keep people out? So that's obvious with nuclear. We have our substation customers that have high EMI field strengths where you can use a robot inside there versus a person. And then you have this repetitive data collection piece. So just do your maintenance rounds and readings. Let the robot do that. People are walking around with a clipboard or a tablet, and is this gauge good? Is this level good?
Yeah.
They're just doing it every day.
They have the technology to be able to assess the quality of the meters. Let's say I'm doing a routine and I'm just running around a program Spot, and then I'm able to sort of that determination of the quality of that data. Take us through that.
Yeah, exactly. So Spot carries various sensors with it, but I think where you're going is, all right, what can Spot do when it's out there? And so you picture like an analog gauge. People are walking by looking to see if that gauge is in spec. Spot can do the same thing. Look at that gauge, convert it to a number. You tell it, hey, if it's above this level, give me an alert. Otherwise, just store the values, move on. Same thing with thermal inspection. Use a thermal camera, a FLIR thermal camera. Inspect this motor, this gearbox, this pump, and take the data, give me the temperature. If it's outside a band that I specify, tell me immediately and let me know. And so it gives you that digital archive of your rounds and readings with photos and measurements, and then continues on its route for the next things, right? So just builds up this library, saving your people that kind of time of repetitive data collection tasks.
Yeah, and that excuse of why I didn't get out and take a gander at that particular asset and get the data off of there, and then pencil whip it into my whatever system, the system of record, and then doing that incorrectly.
Yeah, sounds like you're familiar with this.
Yeah, it's a couple of things, and you know what's fascinating is that it's still done like that today. There's just so many opportunities, and if I venture into an area that you don't feel comfortable with, you just let me know. Now, with that said, of course, everybody's going to say, what about the economics behind it? Why is that more economically viable and beneficial for me versus something else?
Yeah, exactly. It all depends on scale. It depends on your existing infrastructure, what you have. But some people say, well, I'm just going to put more sensors out there. And even the newest plants that are fully sensorized, every maintenance shift, you're still walking around doing maintenance rounds, right?
Absolutely.
You're still doing that. You have to do that. And so letting a robot, again, do that is important. But really the value our customers are getting is that digital archive of everything is there now. So I can look back, what was it last year, last month? What was the trend leading up to this event that we had? Can we repair motors before they fail instead of buying new ones? Immediate savings.
Yeah.
Air leaks, steam leaks, immediate savings. And so finding those things and doing it regularly is what our customers are telling us. The other area we didn't talk about is remote site access. So one thing we're seeing trends in the power industry, as you know, is more distributed energy resources. So these smaller peaker plants being built, battery storage plants being built, and they're not staffed 24/7. So if I have a robot living on that site, I can remotely log into it from a control room somewhere else. I can operate that robot and do a rounds and readings through the eyes and ears of a robot walking around the site. And so that remote site access, I can start up peaker plants remotely, doing rounds around the plant. So it really gives you that remote site access, automated data collection, and the safety pieces is what it adds up the value.
The question that comes to mind is the durability of that of your solution.
Yeah.
Now you built that in, and it's durable, and because you're sticking it in areas where it's very, very challenging.
That's right. We spend a lot of effort and money on durability testing. So those of folks that have been to our office, there's 100 spot robots running around, indoors, outdoors, thermal chambers, accelerated life testing. So it's a big investment area of us to maximize that reliability.
It has to,
right?
Yeah, because you don't want it to fail. If you're depending on that solution for my business,
That's right.
and for the optimization of that asset, and being able to get the data that I need, you don't want it to, hey, spot broke down again. Now I got to go out there. That just creates, well, that's just, counter.
That's right.
To what you want.
Exactly.
Now, so in this particular environment, this conference, you see a lot of, there's a lot of just portable generation. Do you see some applications? There's tons.
That's right.
Yeah, they're portable.
Yeah, small, like 3 megawatt generators and so forth. That's right. Those have not been a good target for Spot, mostly because a lot of those are too small to get the value out of an asset like Spot, right?
Yeah.
You might could put a fixed camera, one fixed camera, a few sensors, and accomplish the main goals. It's when you get into larger sites where you have hundreds of inspection points that we see the most value for Spot, right?
And I know we're at the PowerGen conference, but I would imagine the solution has applications to really anything that's industrial. Let's say manufacturing or any asset management type of approach to any chemical. Doesn't matter. The same thing applies. The same use case really applies to where I'm going to deploy this. It's a safe solution. It gives me predictable readings or insights into the health of that asset.
Yep, that's exactly right. Manufacturing is a big space for us as well, right? Exactly the same thing, right? We have lots and lots of inspection points, these large manufacturing sites, and direct savings. A lot of those manufacturing sites have compressed air. You find a compressed air leak, that Spot can automate the checks of those and fix that. That just saves you thousands of dollars per year, right? In every air leak that it finds. And most of our manufacturing customers will say, oh, we have this leak detection handheld meter, we can go out and look for these, but we don't do it because we're busy doing other things.
If I had an opportunity to share the times that I've been at other businesses, in the cubicle, there are the devices. They're sitting in the cubicle.
That's right.
They're not out in the field, right?
That's right.
And it's because, well, something else happened. I get distracted, whatever. I did something more important.
Exactly. So letting Spot take that repetitive, boring inspection task away frees up time for your team to go work on that preventative maintenance backlog that you have. It's too long, right?
Which is true.
All right, go solve that problem and let Spot free up that time for your people to do good things that humans are good at, right? We're fixing machines, making complicated decisions, etc.
Yeah, and I can't ask you about the future, so I'm not going to, because there's so many things that can, as a result of that. But
yeah.
It's an exciting time, and of course, everybody, and I mean everybody around the world has viewed something from Boston Dynamics.
Everybody, you say, huh?
Everybody.
Okay, good,
because you got that two-legged guy, and then somebody's pushing it, and then it does, that to me is just mad technology.
Yeah, it's a fun place to be, for sure. Fun time for all of us, right? With robotics becoming more mainstream. So it's a fun time for all of us to adopt this technology. It's available today. You can deploy these robots today, right? So it's amazing how fast it's coming to market.
So I was at Walmart, and they have a automated, floor cleaning robot. And of course,
right.
I want to see if it gets out of my way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm dancing with the robot, right? And it's chirping at me, going, hey, get out of the way, I'm here. Oh, no, man, I'm dancing with a robot. That's me. How do people get a hold of you there?
Yeah, our website, bostondynamics.com. You can get a hold of us that way.
Do you have videos out there?
Absolutely, we have videos. You know that. I want to see a video of you dancing in Walmart with a robot.
Yelling at me. Yeah. Get out of my way, man. Get out of my way. All right. We're going to have all the contact information for Roger out on Industrial Talk. Definitely reach out to him. He knows what's going on. Thank you very much for joining. We will be right back.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
His name is Roger Hebert. The company is Boston Dynamics. The event was PowerGen. I ask that you consider attending PowerGen. It is a must-attend event. It was spectacular. And me being a utility guy way back when, I can geek out on this stuff all day long. They're using, of course, robots to do the reliability and the collection of information. It's amazing. It is such an amazing time. All right, again, I always say this because Industrial Talk is here for you. If you have a podcast, if you want to be on a podcast, you can use the Industrial Talk platform to be able to share more, to be able to get your message out. That's what Industrial Talk is all about. We celebrate you industrial professionals. Right there, just ask me. I'm here to help. Be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with Roger, change the world. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stay tuned.